There is an infinite amount of ethical issues that can be faced by professional accountants, and thus it is impossible for the code to cover all of these situations. Therefore, the code is primarily principle-based rather than rules-based. The code uses a blended approach of principles and rules with a heavy reliance on principles. The conceptual framework approach comprises 3 steps. These include: identify the threats to the fundamental principles, evaluate their significance, and implement safeguards to reduce the threat to an acceptable level. There are 5 threats to the fundamental principle. These include self-interest, self-review, advocacy, familiarity, and intimidation. Step 1 requires you to identify the threats that exist in a given situation. There are a number of threats that are present in most scenarios. Step 2 requires you to assess the threat and evaluate the significance. The code uses the term significant and not significant in the description and evaluation of threats. The evaluation of the significance of the threat requires the application of professional judgment. Step 3 requires you to implement safeguards to reduce the threat to an acceptable level. The code classifies safeguards into 2 categories. These are institutional safeguards and safeguards specific to the work environment. Institutional safeguards are broad and refers to factors such as education and training that is required before a person can be recognized as a professional accountant. For example, the completion of an accredited degree, as well as the successful completion of a program like the CPA program, would be considered an institutional safeguard since it is determined by the institute concerned, in this case CPA Australia. Similarly, continuous professional development requirements are set and monitored by professional bodies concerned. Corporate governance and professional standards are set by independent institutional bodies. Safeguards specific to the work situations are not broad like institutional safeguards. Rather, these are specific to different firms and professional accountants. The code provides an extensive list of professional safeguards.